Welcome back, it's Seth here. So let's be real, everyone wants to be a millionaire. But when does this journey actually start? Most people think that this journey starts at the first $100,000. Some would say $75,000. And some would even say maybe the $50,000 mark. But the truth is that the biggest shift begins when you have saved your first $10,000. That's right, your first $10,000 changes everything. It's not just about money. It's about the habits, the mindset, and the doors that this opens for your financial future.
It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. The problem is you. And you don't want to fix it.
Some of you guys that are watching this video that have already hit this milestone understand what I mean. And for those that haven't, trust me, you'll feel the impacts when you do. But before I dive into the reasons why $10,000 is such a game changer, please hit that like button down below, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to help grow our channel. Now that you hit the like button, let's dive in. So the first reason why $10,000 is such a game changer is because it shatters a huge mental barrier. For most people, saving their first $10,000 seems impossible. With rising living expenses and inflation, people have barely enough money to cover any unexpected costs. So let's break this down for the average Canadian population. The average Canadian salary is around $65,900 per year. After tax, you're going to be taking home around $50,400. Like I said earlier, with the increase in living costs and inflation, you'd be very lucky to save any money at the end of the day. And if you're able to save 10% of your after-tax income, that's phenomenal. And on top of that, Canada has been ranked the 12th most expensive country in the world. So yeah, saving money feels really hard. But here's the thing, once you hit your first $10,000, everything shifts. You realize it's possible to save. Your confidence skyrockets, and now you're looking to save your next $10,000. The momentum is what really separates individuals that struggle financially and people that build wealth over time. Now moving on to the second reason why $10,000 is such a game changer is because compound interest starts working for you. You've probably heard this before, but compound interest is the wealth building cheat code. Even Warren Buffett, one of the best investors to have ever lived, has repeatedly said this multiple times, that my wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest. And I'll break it down to you why compound interest really matters. Let's say you invest $1,000 per year at the average rate return of 10%. This would mean that it would take you 7 years to save and invest to reach the $10,000 mark. However, this is when the magic starts. Now to save your next $10,000, it would only take you around 5 years to get to this point. So now your total investment's worth around $20,000. And to get to $30,000, it's only going to take you another 4 years. So your third $10,000 is only going to take you almost half the time it took you to get to your first $10,000. That's how impactful compound interest is. The earlier you start, the more time your investments have to grow over time. And let's be real, you're not going to be investing $1,000 per year forever. As your income goes up, so should your contribution, thus helping you get to a higher net worth much faster. Now moving on to the third reason why $10,000 is such a game changer is because it covers your life's emergencies. $10,000 isn't just a number, it's a financial safety net. Most people don't even think about an emergency fund until it's too late. And the truth is, majority of the people are just one unexpected expense away from being in financial distress. It is found that 26% of Canadians can't handle an unexpected expense of $500. So that means if your car breaks down or there's a family emergency, you're going to have to rely on debt to pay off that expense. Personally, most emergencies and unexpected expenses don't really usually cost more than $1,000. For me, in the past 5 years, I've been hit with one really big expense unexpectedly, and this was for my car, where I received a repair bill for about $4,000. This expense was way more than I thought it was going to be, but that's what happens when you drive a German vehicle. But thanks to my emergency fund, I just handled the situation and moved on. And that is the power of financial security. Now, moving on to the fourth reason why $10,000 is such a game changer is because it gives you real investment options. So when you're starting out, your investment choices are pretty limited. And let's say you have maybe $2,000 or $3,000 saved up in your savings account. How much of that money are you actually going to invest? $100? $200? Maybe $300. And if you do invest that $300 and you get a 10% return, you're only going to make $30 at the end of the year, which is not a lot of money. However, if you have $10,000, now things are different. When you have $10,000, you can go out and purchase more stocks and ETFs. And if your $10,000 gets a 10% return, you'll make around $1,000 at the end of the year, which is a decent sum of money. Also, you can use that $10,000 to start a side hustle. I had a few friends that a few years back started a car detailing business, and it has grown since then. Also, you can use that $10,000 to get an education or a certificate. This further education or certificate should help you either get a higher paying job or give you enough knowledge to maybe start a new business. This is why $10,000 isn't just about savings. It's also about creating opportunities. And the fifth and last reason why $10,000 is such a game changer is that it helps to build confidence and reduce anxiety. At first, $10,000 does not seem like a lot. But here's a reality check. Most people don't even have that much money saved. If we compare ourselves to our neighbors down south, the situation isn't much better. In the US, more than half the Americans don't have an emergency fund. And of those who do save, less than 40% actually have more than $10,000 saved. And if you look at the personal savings rate, this has been declining in the past 5 years, and it's gotten down to 4.6%. So in other words, most people are just getting by. So if you have $10,000 saved, you're already ahead of the game. You build good financial habits, you have control over your money, and you realize that financial freedom is more than possible. Plus, the stress of living paycheck to paycheck is now gone. Now you know that you have a cushion to fall back on. Once you hit your first $10,000, you're wired to hit bigger goals, such as $50,000, $100,000, and even $1 million. In the end, it's the momentum that builds real wealth. If you're on this journey, keep going. And I hope you found this video helpful to helping you achieve your financial goals. Please stay tuned for future videos, and until next time, remember to keep investing.